I'm Pastor Matthew Verhoeven. Today we're going to look at Luke chapter 21. This is the Olivet Discourse. Now, this is a famous passage where Jesus speaks both of the end of Jerusalem and the end of the world. Today we're going to look directly about how this text speaks of the destruction of Jerusalem and the events around what the Romans called the Jewish War in AD 70. Now, the setting is on Mount Olivet, where the disciples remark about how amazing the temple is. And, it truly is a wonder of the world. It had these great noble stones, these marble bricks, 12 feet by 12 feet by 67 feet. The doors and features of the temple were gold and silver and were said to shine like a snow-capped mountain, towering over the city of Jerusalem. But Jesus says this symbol of national pride and God's power would all be destroyed. As for these things that you see, the days will come when there will not be left here one stone upon another that will not be thrown down. And the disciples ask him, "Teacher, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of when these things are about to take place?" Jesus goes on to tell them there will be wars and rumors of wars, great earthquakes, famine, and pestilence. All of these things that many Christians, especially end times enthusiasts, would point to as being signs of Jesus' final return. And yet Jesus points to these things as preceding not only his second coming, but the destruction of Jerusalem. Jesus tells directly what signs would precede the destruction of Jerusalem in verse 20. "When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then know that its desolation has come near. When the army comes, Jerusalem will be destroyed." And this happens from history. We know the great Roman general Titus, son of Emperor Vespasian in AD 70, less than 40 years after Jesus predicted it, destroys the city. Now, a curious fact is the Christian church flees the city before the end, and they did so because of Jesus' prophecy. Let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let those who are inside the city depart, and let not those who are out in the country enter it. For these are days of vengeance, to fulfill all that is written. We need to see in this text that Jesus correctly predicts the fall of Jerusalem. And this is the judgment that fulfills the Old Testament scriptures. The Old Covenant ended to make way for the times of the Gentiles, in which salvation will be offered to all, based on the new covenant of grace in Jesus' blood. Now, next week, we're going to continue to look at Jesus' words and how they specifically relate to our own time. So stay tuned.